We're live? Yeah? Okay, cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first official At the Water Cooler podcast. I am your host today. My name is Steve JTB, and I am here with Dids, aka Matt, his IRL name. I apologize. This is an awful intro, but this is the first one of these, so we're going to get it better as we go. So, hello, Matt. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, what's up? I'm not too bad, not too bad. How are you doing?
I'm Matt. I'm good, man. So, this is the ex-Fnatic Apex Legends Pro. And this is also the solo dev of Project Sparrow, the game we are here to play today. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Thank you.
So I think what we're going to do today, everyone at home, we're going to jump into a game of Matt's solo development here. This is all solo development. How is solo development going?
Solo development, but with a bit of help from just the community and my older brother with some of the really hard stuff, because some of it's just ridiculous. It's going good though. The last 2 months or so knocked out quite a lot of a couple of the really big blocks that I was facing with dedicated servers and just the whole lobby system and everything, so I'm pretty happy with that.
Perfect, man. Well, I mean, for everyone that's joining us, we are testing out a brand new game here, so if we crash, don't worry, it's not going to crash. I have faith. Matt doesn't in his own game, but we'll leave that to one side for now. But we're going to be taking out Project Sparrow, and I'm really looking forward to it. It's been something I've been following for a while on the old social media. And this is a very casual playthrough. I'm probably going to get spanked. We've got a little guest in here, ex-Apex Pro from Vex Gaming, Skin. He's lurking in the deathmatch server, ready to slap me as he usually does. So we're going to have some fun with this. We're going to ask some questions. And let's dive straight into this, because I'm really excited to play.
Sounds good.
An enemy has been slain.
Sick. So here we are. This is Project Sparrow, and I'm assuming there's going to be textures at some point in this, or is this how it's always going to look?
So this is one of the grey box maps at the moment called Throne. The next one we can play a textured map. We've got 2 textured maps at the moment, and this is the grey box one. But this one's smaller than the other 2, so it's nice to just get to grips with the game on and try out how the game works.
Get to grips is a strong word. I feel like I'm gonna fail miserably here, as Skin is literally up behind me right now. Oh, get domed. Sorry. So Tell me a bit about how you got into this. You obviously started out with Fnatic, and that's like an incredible point for you. Were you in esports before that? Like, as competitive
Yeah.
gaming been in your blood?
So I got in pretty late, to be honest. I started in Overwatch in 2016 when that first came out. Tried to go pro in that game for a while. Managed to get to contenders, but then after that point, I didn't like the direction the game was going, so I stopped playing it a lot. And then Apex came out, so then it was the Apex time.
So you joined Fnatic. Everything's going well. I mean, that was fairly early on from what I can recall in the game's lifespan. Do you regret
Yes.
not sticking that out a bit, because it's kind of become a bit of a behemoth these days?
I did not really. I mean, the main
As
reason
simple
I
as that.
to be fair, my internet has been really bad, so I just stopped like competing full stop and just started working on this game instead. About 9 months ago, I just full commit to working on this game full time. So that's been the goal at the moment.
That makes sense. And how was the time at Fnatic? Obviously, that's a massive org. Did you make some great contacts there? Is that like a point in your life which is like a high point? You don't have to brag much.
Yes, for sure. I think that'll be like the highest point I've got.
Until this
it's
comes
high-
out, obviously.
If this does well, then maybe.
Surely solo releasing a game should be a automatic win regardless of success. But I mean, like, oh
Yeah.
my god, I'm so bad at this.
Yeah, there's
So obviously, I have one question about this though. Why archery? Like, what was the rationale, the thought process? What got you started in this?
Okay, so the original idea and thought behind it was every game I play, they release a patch and they keep going in a direction that I don't like, so I will just make my own game. So the arena kind of vibe that I was going for is kind of based off World of Warcraft arena. That's kind of how it originated. Like, I love WoW arena, always liked it, but I would have loved it if it was like a tournament realm kind of thing that you could just hop in and play without doing like the MMO kind of aspect to it. So that kind of got the arena like style of the game that I wanted to go for. And then archery, I just love Legolas and Hanzo from Overwatch, so they're the two main
I
ones.
grew up on Legolas. I mean, I'm more of a Gimli fan myself, but just being because I'm a short ass, so you know, I've got to rep it for the sub 6 footers. But no, I feel it. I mean, I'm really enjoying this. Oh, no, someone's up. Yes, get. Sorry, that's too exciting. Last shot, man. Come on, I have to celebrate that. Where are the backup?
Yeah, so for arrow packs can be denied as well. So
yeah, I mean,
if you shoot them,
that's lovely.
I just denied yours.
That's really nice of you. So you started out on this because of wanting to find a game that you enjoyed to play. So
Yeah.
I guess, how did you start in terms of just building a game from scratch? Where was you want to do it because you want to find that game for you, but where did you start? It's like, is it something to do with the movement? Is it just around archery? Like, what was the initial jump off point for you?
The initial point was archery originally, because I was like, it was kind of like, I just want to do like Hanzo, arena with Legolas type movement and kind of go that direction. But before I even started competing, I was using Unreal on and off, and then whilst I was competing, I stopped for a bit and then just used it on and off all the time. And then the last year or so, like all the time, pretty much.
It's getting used to the lead. So you've
Yeah.
gone for an arena shooter. Obviously, like, I think Diabolical's had a bit of a success story recently.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a space for arena shooter still? I think it's been one of those genres that has always been there, but maybe it's not been the go-to recently. Obviously, the Quake days, the Halo days are kind of a bit long gone. Even the Team Fortress stuff. Do you think there's more space for that to come back to? There is still obviously huge audiences out there. Do you think this is something that can tie into that?
Yes, I think there's space for like the arena genre in general. I don't think it's been like fully tapped into and like altered a bit because you've got like your Quakes and your UTs and stuff, but they don't they like play a bit different to like what I'm trying to go for because it was really hard originally, like the level design. It's something you think is like, you know, quite easy, but after I like the first map, I was going for like a WoW arena style kind of one pillar and then a bridge in the middle, and then that was it. And then it kind of developed into adding a bit more, and then adding like a 3-lane way and seeing how that felt. And it was quite hard to get a feel for how the
Did you
match
take
should
any
actually play out.
inspiration from any sort of like maps that are out there? Or
Um,
was this all just like get some Lego, put it on the floor, and see what works type?
yeah, so a lot of them were just, you know, place 4 pillars and a circle. Like this map originated from one pillar in the middle and like 3 pillars on the outside. And then we just expanded, changed it around. Now there's 4 in the middle. The one from the middle's removed. And we just kept expanding. I think this map is currently on its 3rd iteration. So there's still like quite a lot to for it to change. But it has been pretty hard.
It's fun, dude. I'm really enjoying playing it so far. It's
That's
hard.
good.
I feel like there's a bit of a learning curve here with like, is there actual like drop off with arrows and stuff, or am I just like terrible at this?
Yeah, there is drop off. The easiest way to kind of get to grips with it is to aim just slightly to the right and use the obstacle indicator. Like there's like a red circle that you see if your arrow's not going to hit where your crosshair is. And that shows up on players too, so if you're close range you can keep an eye on that. And you can also turn on the projectile path as well in the options to learn it a bit better.
So have you got any sort of like, I noticed that there's console controller options in the settings there. Is that something you want to get into? Is the console space as well for this?
Not
Or is that just an option?
to start with, but at the moment like, you can just play a PC, but it has controller support just for like gameplay, but you can't use menus or anything at the moment with the controller. So, but it's something I might look into in the future. But there probably won't be aim assist.
So have you tried anything around this? I know you mentioned you've been messing around with Unreal, but is this the first like time you've properly dove into trying to make a game, or have you had like
Yeah.
you made it yourself?
Well, when I first got into it, I was trying to make like a multiplayer FPS, but when you've like, that was about 7 years ago or something, and it was my first time using the engine, and that was a mistake. And then that could just kind of died off because it wasn't really something that I wanted to make. So I kind of just fell through with that, and then came back to this and started this about 3 years ago. Oof.
It's impressive stuff so far, dude, and it's not
Thank
broken
you.
like you feared. So let's take that as a massive win.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Do you think there's going to be a serious competitive element to this? That's like something I'm
Yeah.
already kind of like envisioning. Is there going to be the capacity to maybe early doors see some competitiveness in this? Maybe a spectator mode or something like that?
Yeah, so I want to get all the tournament features kind of in the game before release. So we've got the custom lobbies, we've got the Dedi servers. You know, you can choose which dedicated server region you want to go to. We could swap to US if we wanted to from here. And then in the next iteration of the custom games, you'll be able to choose like spectators and all that kind of stuff too. So I want all that all them features sorted, ready, so people can start doing tournaments and stuff, because the competitive aspect of the game is what I'm like really want to focus on and balance around and iterate with.
I mean, I think it's unbalanced already, considering how badly I lost in that. I'm calling unfairness. I think skin over there, and yourself has got some hidden stuff going on. But it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, so spawn points are bugged at the moment, so...
Oh yeah, so we're not meant to spawn on top of each other.
No,
in
no,
a
no.
free-for-all. Okay, that's it. I'm glad to know that. But
Yeah,
I mean,
so,
it's so early days. When are you envisioning this kind of coming out? Like, what's the
So
like
at the
roadmap? I know you're a
moment,
solo dev, so it's like,
yeah,
how do you know? But
it changes a lot, but at the moment, I'm hoping late summer for early access on Steam. So we won't have all the features and be quite limited to what this is now. This is kind of what I feel like is the base game, at a point where the base is here and I can start adding a lot of the extra game mode stuff and different arrow types and stuff like that. So
what more are you expecting to add in? Sorry, have you got any like stuff you can tease me right now? Because obviously we're just playing with some fairly rudimentary stuff. You've got
yeah,
your smoke, you got your little dash. Is that a knife or dash? Is that like
uh, yeah. So you have a utility ability, which is currently just a smoke, but that'll change, and you'll be able to select like which utility you want to use. So you'll have like a smoke, you'll have a throwing knife, and some other stuff. And then so there's arrow types that'll be added to the game soon, and you can think of those as sort of like CS utility, like mollies and smokes. So
cool.
you'd have like a fire arrow and a wind arrow, and then wherever they
So
land,
you can
they
funnel
would
people.
spawn. Yeah. So it's a bit more tactical. Is the end goal really?
So it's an arena shooter with a bit of like tack element in there as well.
Yeah. We can do some of the arena game mode after this too, and
Yep.
you can see how that kind of plays out and how the round, because there's 13 rounds total, and it's best of 13, sorry. So first to 7.
I was just trying to get arrows, dids, man. Come on.
Yeah, you can actually if you shoot someone with an arrow, or if they have an arrow inside them, you can run past them and take their arrow like out of their body.
So I noticed there's the slide and stuff. Did you take much inspiration from Apex?
Yep.
With having that background. Obviously, it's one of my favorite games for movement. It's got such incredible like feel to it. Just the ability to like traverse maps, just get out of fights, and it's just great. So I can feel there's an element in that here. And I guess obviously with your background, it makes complete sense that you've kind of took some inspo from that as well.
Yep. Sorry, quite thundery.
Yeah,
here.
no, it's fine. You're getting worryingly close.
Yeah. So the movement. So I really love Apex movement. I think it's the best movement in like any game I've played. So the current movement is quite old. So I'm looking to redo the movement system. It'll feel familiar, but it'll fix a lot of the bugs with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit select animated bits, but
Yeah, like you have to press keys at the perfect time at the moment, like, and you can't like hold shift in the air and stuff like that, and crouch and all that kind of stuff. It's not like super smooth yet. So
being solo, has it been like a learning curve as you go in terms of like just how long it may take to do stuff, like how little problems can escalate? Is it just like a constant battle of trying to figure stuff out as you go?
yeah,
And
it's
not having many people to bounce that off. How's that process been for you?
is really hard. Like you watch YouTube videos when you first start doing game development, and everyone tells you to make a single player game, and I was like, nah. I just want to make this game. This is the only game I want to make. I don't want to make anything else. And it's been really hard. You run into so many issues that you don't think will be issues. There's just making multiplayer work in general is really hard. And then you add networking to it and ping delay and all this kind of stuff adds up, and there's just so many problems you have to try and fix. And a lot of the time, you get stuck. You'll get stuck for a long time. Like I've been stuck for it took me about 3 months to get Diddy servers working and all of that working together. The multiplayer ability system that I use took a good 3 months to learn and, get that sorted. And throughout those stages is, often you'll just go, you get stuck, go for a walk, try to think of a problem or a new solution. You try it and then it won't work and you lie in bed, lie in bed for a bit.
And then that's your day over, and then
Do
you
the
have to get up and
same.
try it again.
Repeat. It's hard. It's hard.
But I guess the reward of solving those kind of things, like, would you recommend people do something out of their comfort zone like this in terms of going full multiplayer straight away? Because you've watched the YouTube videos and they told you not to. After you've done it, how would you recommend to people now? Go the single player route or do the insane "I've lost my life, I can't sleep at night" thought process that you've just gone through?
Honestly, I don't know, because it depends on. I think it's like an ambition thing and what kind of game you want to make. If you don't know what game you want to make, just go single player and make loads of small projects and learn. Because this game I've made, I've been making it over 3 years, and there's so much I've learned and I would do differently, and stuff I need to go back and redo to get them up to par with what I know now. So I don't know. I'd probably say start small unless you just really only want to make one game.
I guess that comes down to having the vision, right? If you know what you want to, as you said, if you know what you want to make, then and you're willing to put the time in, then I guess that is part of the journey, right? You had the vision of being Legolas. There's not much else that would have satisfied your creativity if it wasn't going to be Legolas, right? So, and I think, maybe the competitor in you came out and was like, "No, I'm going to do this."
Yeah, I mean that's part of it, right?
Hang on, you steal my kill.
Yoink. Ooh. Yeah, games releasing without all the tournament features was really annoying. You have to wait so long to get those features before you can start competing properly.
Valorant came out with no I think Valorant came out with no spectator mode. It came out with no custom server. Straight up and this is something that I think is frustrating, right?
Yes, especially as a competitor and you want to start going as soon as you can. Oof.
Some community tournament vibes straight off the bat here.
Yeah, we actually the start of the year we had it was very early. It was a bit trash, but it worked. There's people that currently, there's some hardcore members in the community at the moment that stream the game quite a bit, and it's so cool. You're like, that is my game. They're playing my game,
and you'll see it on
streaming
Twitch,
it. Yeah, and a lot of them are NA, so I start to go to bed and I'm like, oh, someone's streaming Sparrow. Oh, that's sick. And then I just watch them until the end of their stream. It is 5 a.m. I don't know if that's because I made the game, but I think it's quite fun to just watch, honestly.
I mean, yeah, I think there's definitely I'm from the arena background. I'm that boomer in me. I love watching arena shooters. It's fun at the end of the day. So I really hope that there's sort of progression on the community element. How would you get a game as a solo dev, especially a multiplayer game? How would you get that into people's brains? How would you get that out there? Have you got sort of a roadmap that you'd like to see? Or have you just been hard focusing on the dev side and then the marketing side comes after, basically?
Yeah, so at the moment I've pretty much just been hardcore deving it out. I want to get to a spot where it's really stable and everything works and I'm happy with everything, which is getting really close, because for the past 3 months there's been quite a few issues with projectiles, and a lot of those have been fixed over the last couple of weeks, so that's been really good. And the only marketing I really do is I'll just post a screenshot Saturday every now and then with a new update I've done or something, but I want to just let the game speak for itself, really. And then, yeah. Oh, we can hop into an arena game now too.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
So we'll do arena 2v2. So it'll be a 1v2, which is fine. And the map we're gonna play is called Fate. So this is one of the last maps that went into the game about a month ago, and this map has jump pads. So
Okay.
yeah, just 2 though.
That's fine. I mean, whoever's on my team, I feel sorry for them, because I'm probably at disadvantage right now. But
Oh, yeah, I should have probably gone on the solo team.
oh, nice. Okay, it's fine. I have full faith in my abilities to rat. I am gonna run and hide.
Yeah, there's a mechanic as well. So each round is 1 minute 30 seconds, and when that timer runs out, there's like a zone, kind of like in a BR, and you also get slow mo on the last kill as well, which is quite nice.
I like it. Good. I love being ganged up on. So, what do you deem success for this game will be? Like, what for you would be that moment? You said you've had that high from seeing it on Twitch and stuff. Like, well, and
Yeah.
then being live streamed. What would be like the success for this game for you? Like, have you got a sort of goals in mind off it?
I honestly haven't thought about it a lot. I mean, if there's tournaments going like every now and then, and people are streaming it a bit, and I can just watch someone play it, I'll be happy with that. I just want to have like a game where I control what happens. I don't have to rely on like the main game I play to fall into being like really ability heavy and moving in that direction, and because I really don't like how games currently kind of trend to that. They start basic and then they get really ability heavy, and it just keeps on going and going, or like the shields just keep ramping up, and there's just too much shields in the game. Like, I really dislike.
To keep it as that, and I guess that will retain that core community.
Yeah,
as you said,
yeah.
people leave games too quickly because of the changes, right? It doesn't become the game that they fell in love with. So I think being able to keep that core element of what makes a game, so many people will resonate with that. And if that messaging is out there, then I think you should see a really cool, hard knit community built around that. And then if you break that promise to them, they'll never come back to you ever again. But it's fine.
Yeah, I've told them if I ever start to even drift in that direction, just spam at me on Discord.
When there's a minigun in the game, it's as a pickup item from a drop or something, then it's game over, right?
Ooh. I accidentally just meleeed my teammate. Whoops.
That's fine. I will take any additional damage I can get right now. So we've got arenas, which is this.
Yep.
Off it goes. Oh, okay, nice. Oh, okay. He's in this now. The comeback is on. Reverse sweep. So we've got arenas. We've got deathmatch. Yep. What other modes are there? Sorry, I know.
So currently they're the only ones, but there was a King of the Hill type game mode quite early on, which isn't in at the moment, but I want to put back in the future. That was quite fun, but I couldn't quite get the map design right back then, so I'll be trying it again soon.
Yeah. Leave me alone. Oh, no. Mate, so much fun. I could play this all night. So, like, we're playing we talked about maps earlier. I have a few more things to be on maps. What have you found that makes that have that organic fun in a map? Is it something that you've developed as you go through? You know, we talked about it being pillars and it's been a slow burn. You're then talking about the balancing of maps and the like of that. Do you think there's any specific thing in a map that adds replayability? Like, where do you find that? How do you find that? Is there something that you look for each time when you're building maps out, or?
Nice shot. Originally, it was all about the map being mirrored, so it's like perfectly symmetrical. So it was like completely balanced for both teams, and that's kind of made the design quite limited in what I can do. But I've now added a switch sides mechanic. So after 7 rounds, you swap sides. So now I've started to experiment with more like maps that have they're like different on each side, which is what Fate is kind of going for. It's slightly different. I'm still going to make it more different on each side. Now I've got this new swap sides thing in, but like Throne, Cliffside, and the Grey Box map are like perfectly symmetrical from when I started doing all that stuff. But yeah, it is hard to just make it click, and it takes a lot of iteration.
Trial and error, right? So you're
Yeah.
launching with, I think that was 4 maps. Is that 5 maps you're launching with?
It'll be 4, I think. Grey Box is just like a test map that I've been using. So okay, we can do an arena though. I'll go blue if you two want to go red, just to make it a bit more balanced.
Yeah, that might actually stand a chance for me then. I'm having to talk and present at the same time. I know you are, but you've got muscle memory in this, so I'm just putting it out there. I'm going red, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. The worst thing is when you're not good at your own game, and
if you
when
found
you
people
play,
better than you already.
well, because a lot of the people who play the game are like mutuals that I've met through, like pro scene and all that. So everyone who I play against is like good and better than me, and it's really hard to like beat some of them, and it's a real challenge. So when you start missing a lot, and you're like, I wonder if this is broken. I wonder if I can make this better, because I shouldn't be missing this.
Self-doubt comes in because you think you should be better than you are at your own game. That's
yeah. It's really hard
thing to break through. And you, as you say, you've solo at this, so there's no one to bounce that off either, is there? It's like, is this broken? This thing I've worked on.
Yeah, you kind of have to. I just have to test it with like my tight community of testers that I have, and just ask them, how does it feel? Is this good? Play against each other a lot and see how it feels. That's like the best thing you can do. Otherwise, it's impossible, because you can't test that solo. Well, it's really hard anyway if you wanted to, and like I test with the like ping and all that stuff, but it's so hard to test certain things. Man,
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand back and let Dan do it.
he's a beast.
I know, man. It's a shame he quit Apex too soon. That's my opinion. He's gonna hate me for saying that. But no. So you've got a training mode in this as well. I noticed that off the bat. That's awesome. I was messing around with that for like 5 minutes. Doesn't excuse me being terrible now, but like it seems like you thought of quite a lot. And as you say, I think that's come from that element of wanting a game to be playable from day one and competitive from day one. I think having that tutorial mode where you've got numerous layers to it. I mean, well, you can tell me what's in it. Like I noticed there's like 4 or 5 different options there. It's almost like a Kovacs in one.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of the games that come out, again, same with like the custom games and the tournament experience, is really minimal. Same goes for the training range. Like so many training ranges in games that come out are just so they're bad. Honestly, they're just bad. So I really wanted to just, make mine have everything that they should have in theirs. And a lot of the stuff is really easy as well. And I think it's just something they don't think about, so they never put it in it. They never put it in, but
you come
maybe
from
it's
that
just like,
competitive side,
yeah,
so
exactly.
something that
Yeah,
you wanted in those games from day one anyway, right? So it's easy for you to add
yeah.
that thought
And
process into play.
there'll be mini games in there too. So like it's really unfinished at the moment. Like it's pretty much just bog standard, what I would want it to be, like as minimal as possible. But there's a lot more to add as well. There's like in a very old build, which I need to still put back in. There was like a infinite slope, so you would just slide forever. And then there's like targets that spawn left and right in front of you in the air and stuff like that. So that'd be like one of you see there's like the 4 portals in the training range. Like each portal will go to like a different kind of area. So
I guess the other question that I haven't really thought about and want to know if you thought about coming into one of these arena online games, and it being more prevalent than ever, I think, in online competitive games is cheating and hacking. Is that something that you can, as a solo dev, think about, or is it a case of having to rely on a third party? Like, how are you going to be able to combat? Okay, Dan, calm down. Jesus.
owned me. I got owned. Yeah, so it's quite hard to think about, and it's hard to like put into the game and think about all the time as a solo, because a lot of the stuff you just want to get working, and thinking about all that extra stuff is just more time as well. So you kind of have to rely on third party for that.
Will there be one at launch?
Not sure at the moment. There's a possibility, but I'm not too sure. It's one of those things that I haven't really thought about too much. The main thing I was going for in this game is mainly like the tournament experience and all of that anyway. So if like that's where you go if you want to play it the best, and that's all tournament custom games. So you're not going to get cheaters in there anyway. Well, you might, but like way less likely. But it's something I want to look into and maybe get people to help with in the future who have more experience on that.
Is there a price point for you've already got in mind for this? Is this going to be?
At the moment, no. It won't be free, but it won't be like super expensive or anything. But at the moment,
man's got to get paid.
Yeah,
no
that's
microtransactions. So how are you going to make some money?
Yeah, like there's no pay to win or anything. So
will there be cosmetics coming in?
yes. Ooh, sorry. That spawn shot is just so good. Yeah, so there'll be cosmetics. Not fully decided yet how I'm going to implement them, but it's just something I haven't really put like a lot of thought into yet, just because I've been pretty much just always just focusing on the dev and just making the game. But I do want to treat myself to working on some cosmetic stuff in a few weeks, I think. Get some of the base stuff going up.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, he's out of arrows. Oh.
Yeah. It's fine. I was gonna do nothing anyway.
Close game. 6-4.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm clearly top of the leaderboard so far, so just saying.
All the voice lines are me as well. Well, most of them.
Oh really?
Yeah.
You don't think
Just,
about that. See, even like voice lines and stuff, you don't think. Right?
Yeah.
You always just like, that's crazy.
Just base boosted,
Yeah.
Not too bad. They kind
And
of just all
female voice
placeholder.
as well in here. Is that you as well?
No. That's
Come on,
so the
heavy.
character model. The character model's from Paragon. I'm not sure if you remember that game. There's a MOBA that came out by Epic a few years ago. And when they stopped development on that game, they released all the assets for free for Unreal Engine users. So that's where this character model comes from. The animations are like all hacked together and mixed and like blended together to get the animations that I'm using. But
I guess there'll be a selection because we're currently playing as the same character, so I guess there's going to be a selection of character availabilities going into this, or
at the start it'll just
Wait.
be the one character with the bow
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I'm focusing on. And until, you know, way into the future, and we'll see what happens.
another 3 years down the line.
Yeah.
So arena and death match play across the same maps, then, right? Looking
At the
this.
moment, they do, but deathmatch will have its own pool of maps, and arena will be separate in the future. So that's why the spawns are a bit weird as well. It's, for deathmatch in these arena modes.
So which do you envision to be the main form of the game? Is that the arena for you? Is
Yeah.
that because your lovely Overwatch arena element? Is that something you wanted to like take into its own standalone sort of like game, basically?
Yeah, pretty much. And like, I wasn't really a fan of the type of map design and like level design within games that have released arena modes in like the past couple of years. I don't think they are what they could be, you know. I think they could be a lot better, personally. Oof.
He's getting it. See, I'm putting time in.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of a learning curve to learn
Yeah, the
arrows and
lead
everything.
time, and
Yeah.
I mean, Skin's just a natural beast of a human being when it comes to any FPS or game, to be honest. So, yeah, I don't judge the learning curve off his abilities. Basically, I think I'm more your Joe Public. But yeah, it's got like the lead times, everything. The drop off's not as severe as I thought it would be as well. I'm kind of
Yes.
overcompensating, I think, for the drop off.
Yeah, I get that a lot from people's first games.
Yeah, I'm like thinking he's miles away. I should aim above him, and it's like
Yeah.
that's a bit more like on target with your aim. But then other stuff's like body shot. I don't know. I'll figure this out. I will play more. Oh no.
Ooh, coming up on the
Start I
flank.
wanted. That was the start I wanted. No, it's not. Hey. There we go. My God. So you're saying coming out in the summer for the alpha? How do people like get involved? What's the sort of your next steps for this in terms of we're creeping into summer, so I'm assuming you've got some like needs for people to get involved with, or follow me on social, stuff like that. Oh, I don't have to do anything, Skin. You're a god. Yeah. So where can people find you? How can they get involved, basically?
Yeah, so the main place is going to be the Project Sparrow Discord. You can find it pretty much anywhere on any of the videos or on the website. And yeah, I mean, if you want to join the Discord, that's where I'm giving away keys and all that kind of stuff and looking for testers a lot of the time. And yeah, with, like I said, hopefully releasing in late summer. The last week, actually, I managed to get dedicated servers scaling to pretty much whatever I want them to be. So there's going to be some stress testing soon. So I'll be opening up the Steam playtest feature, so anyone can just hop in and play over like a weekend or something. So that'll be something that happens in the near future if you're looking to play.
For those that are watching the YouTube video version of this, because this will all be uploaded onto our YouTube after the live stream, that'll be in the description below. We
Awesome.
will link the Discord and the socials of Project Sparrow.
Thank you.
2, 1.
We best win this last one. I feel like I can't go out on a loss. That's upsetting, especially with 2v1s. Even though you have created this game, I still don't feel like it'd be.
Yeah.
I've noticed you hanging back though. There's a new strat here that I haven't seen from you yet, dude.
So the first time you play, you kind of just want to get in there, and it's kind of what I notice a lot from new players. Yeah. And then, especially when it's 2v1 or when you're playing and then the teams are imbalanced, it's really hard to win. It's like a solo player.
1. Match point.
Yeah, I mean, all I have to do is distract. Add that base rate. I mean, you are almost the Halo guy. I'm just putting it out there. I expect. Are there going to be some nice like iconic arena-esque quotes coming out of this? You've got your like killtaculars and all of that. Are we going to get some as well? Some arrow-themed Legolasy punny variants here.
It's a possibility. There has
I
been
mean, I hope
some,
so. You've already just done all the voiceovers, so like, I expect some more.
Yeah, so there's going to be the hopefully on release you'll have the DIDS announcer pack, and then you'll be able to select which ones you want and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully I can get people from the community too that want to do like their own and add them in. I don't know what all the legal stuff is for that, but I think that'd be pretty cool. All that system's up and ready to slot in. So,
man, I mean, I've seriously enjoyed this. Thank you very much for letting us have some early access to this and for walking us through it. It's been humbling for me. I thought I was good, and then I've just been smacked by everyone. So that's fine. I purposefully, viewers out there, tried to bring in one of my colleagues from Cooler Master to be cannon fodder for me, but that didn't work out due to conflict of timings. But it's fine. I was the sacrificial lamb today. It's what I'm here for. But dude, as a first iteration of this, I couldn't have asked for a better guest. As I said, everyone go check out Project Sparrow on the socials, in the Discords. Put a wish list on it. You can do that on Steam at the moment. Get involved. Maybe there's some Cooler Master tournaments coming. Who knows? But I know, right? I'd
sounds like a plan to me.
And we will hopefully be back next week with another guest. This is going to be an on-running series. We'll be putting out more information in our Discord and across our socials. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And as I said, the full VOD of this will be on YouTube if you want to check it out. I think that's it. That's everything from me. Matt, thank you very much. Skin in the background, thank you as well.
Appreciate you taking the time to do this podcast too.
Oh awesome man, it's been a pleasure. It will get better as we go along. I will get better at this. That's it. That's it from me. Thank you for being at the water cooler with me, with Dids and Project Sparrow. I will see you guys soon. Thank you.